Alright, so I get the boat hooked up. We're finally doing it. We're finally going river camping for catfish. One of my favorite spots. Water's been too high all year and now it's kind of looks like it might be too low. So we're gonna go, we're gonna try it, we're gonna find out. You know how it goes, you gotta fish around and find out. Something I've learned, tell your skipjack, your kayak, by the time you get where you're going, it'll be thawed out. My little pro tip for you. Avid amateur tip, whatever you want to call it. All right, it's 5:08, 84 degrees. Turn that down even though it's real hot. We're going fishing. You know the deal. Just got off work, going to run. Got about an hour drive. Get there, head up the river, see what we can do. Hopefully something big. Either way, I'm gonna figure something out. Sometimes you just have to eliminate variables. Alright, we're here. River's low as I thought it was. Not a lot of current. We'll see what this does. First time I've been here this year. No guarantee. Alright, well, I've made it to where I was going to go. And all this high water this spring has changed my place drastically. So it used to be like a 20-foot hole. Now, granted, the water is 2 foot down, but now that 20-foot hole is about 6 foot across, 6 foot deep. So, the place I used to camp is now a big muddy mess. Alternate place I like is a steep muddy bank. It's closer to the deep water. Where I'm at currently is a shallow, get you out of the sun, is a shallow shelf below it, but it's got good current. Should I focus on deep water with circulating current, or fish the tail end of it and have current blowing through? One is going to target fish staging. The other is going to target fish coming in. I really don't know, and I'm running low on time. And there's not a good place to put my tent anywhere. So, it's been a good time to bring a hammock, but there really ain't no trees either. So I'm kind of SOL on many sorts here. But I guess you got to roll with the punches, learn, try new things, fish around and find out. And what I'm finding out is right now it's less than beautiful. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm about to the point where I'm just going to have to make a decision and live with it. I'm kind of thinking where I'm at's where I'm at. Just wish it was a little bit deeper. If this was 6 foot over here, I'd be tickled pink, but it's a 1 count with my 4-ounce sinker. So that's probably only about 4 foot maybe. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to set up. I've only got about 30 minutes before dark. Let's just call this good. This is where we're at. I'll get rigged up, get baits out, and hope for the best. Already broke off once trying to figure out how deep it is out there. I'm gonna start with that rod. I think I may actually tie in some breakaway rigs instead of my normal rigs, just because there's so much scattered rock out there. This place has changed so incredibly drastic. It's not even the same place I remember. If it wasn't the same sign on the boat ramp, I thought I was lost. But record high water for record high time changes everything. All I can do is try. I'm here and I don't want to drive home, so. Okay. So I'm going to go with swivel, 50-pound main line. I forget how heavy these swivels are, like 80 or 100 or 120. They're way bigger than any line I would ever use. I want to say they might even be like 120. Skeeters are plentiful. That's great. Let's see how much deed I've got on my hands. Don't have a good place to be, but I got real good bait. Skip, Jack. So my thought here is I'm going to run these big head baits. If I do have problems with gar, maybe they won't steal my bait as bad. That's what we're chucking out there. Now, find a place to stick a rod holder. There's one. Getting the rod holders in is not not great. Got to go up above the rocks in the mud. So to go to the far rod, I want to go underneath the other rods. Could get interesting later. All part of the adventure. Don't hardly have any current here. There's no need in casting very far. 2 ounce will do it. So you've got 50-pound main, 40-pound dropper, swivel, 60-pound leader. For bait, oh, that's a shad head. That's the only shad I've got. I'm going to hook them through the head, these big head baits. A lot of times when the water gets low here, there's a lot of gar, so I want to hook through the skull so I can get the most durable bait. Cast that the farthest. Just trying to not let too many things get the better of me tonight. Everything else is already kind of sticking it to me, so. Okay. That's better. Better enough. Okay, no wraps. Clicker's on. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. There's that. Well, that thermocell I decided not to bring would be handy tonight. One time I don't take it. I never use it. Again, I'm tying these dropper rigs because there's a lot of exposed rock down there. This way, if the sinker gets hung up, I can still get my rig out, especially if there's a fish on it. My theory is if it gets hung up, then the fish bites it and that sinker's up under a rock. At least this gives me an opportunity to break it loose, because it's 50-pound main line, 60-pound leader, 40-pound dropper. Same rig, I use that 40 as a leader when I'm fishing in cover so I can break my hooks loose. There we go. Okay. Okay. We're fishing. It's hard to get excited after so many gar bites. Do I actually have a fish? I think he's just not letting go. I will believe it when I see it. Yeah, it's another guy. I'd say he's jacked around with it long enough to get hung up. I do have a leather glove here. I don't hate gar. They're actually quite fun. He might have got hooked. Yeah, he screwed there and got caught. Not a bad one. About 4 foot maybe. There's my culprit. He just barely caught. A lot of people hate these things. I think they're kind of cool. I used to fish for him as a kid. He's probably about 4 foot. Listen, dude, I'm gonna let you go if you just chill. One of your compadres is over there on the other rod. Okay. Just gotta get pliers because I don't trust you to lay still long enough. Best thing to have for gar, leather gloves. At least long nose. I've never caught a big alligator. I've got lots of long nose and a few short nose. So you gotta have the gloves to be able to control them. Even then, it ain't easy. Saddle. And he'll find his way back in here. It's the first bite I've had in a while. I'm only excited because it's kind of slow and methodical, not like the gar. And he's going upstream. Thinking it's another gar. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, you can get off anytime now. You get yourself off. Okay. Well, we still got a couple of gar tonight. Alright, got my little station set up better this time. I don't have to waller all over the world. Alright, where's my hook in you? Oh, you managed to swallow it, didn't you? Oh no, it's just in a not great place. Hey, quit. Crazy. I'll go that route there. Never done that to one. Alright. Dude, you flopped at the absolute worst time for yourself. There we go. Let's see, he took off. They're pretty dang tough fish. There he is. Somewhere there. Well, there he is. Alright. Well, I can't believe I'm hooking gar on big giant circle hooks. That's really rare. I never used to catch them on circles. Alright, well, this light's attracting bugs. You've seen all you need to see. Yep, I like to keep stuff close to the rods. Gar gloves, grippers, pliers. Alright, I gotta get that oatmeal in there. Dude, I just licked the spoon from that nasty good stuff. Found some blackberry blueberry. I'm hoping they got more of it when we go back. one of those deals that you find at Ollie's. Good stuff cheap, and you don't know if you're going to ever find it again. So, slow start this morning. The gar were doing gar things last night and eating all my baits, tangling all my lines, toying with my emotions and wrecking my dreams. So at I think it was 3 this morning, I just went ahead and pulled the rods up. One of them had tangled into the other one. I'm looking over there now at the sweater that he knitted for me. One of them actually broke off. The tangle was so bad that I hand lined the rest of it in, so didn't lose any sinkers or anything. Just have one hell of a mess over there to sort through, which is fine because I was going to re-rig anyways. Kind of debating on what my plan of attack is today. Motivation is kind of low. Was going to drag this hole. I may still. I'm here and I have the stuff to do it. I just need to motivate myself to spend that time. Either that or I'm going to bugger on to the truck and move on to another plan for today. Do need to get my federal duck stamp bought today so I can go duck hunting. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my instant coffee and instant oatmeal. Slowly start packing stuff up. Kind of on the shady side of this river bend, so it's going to be forever before any sun helps me melt the dew off of everything. And I put the fly over my tent last night to keep the condensation off and to keep the dew off, and it condensated really heavily underneath the fly, so I got just as wet. It's all right. It's all good. So yeah, but you're not used to me not wearing a hat. I left it sit on a rock all night, so it is soaked. Anywho, I'm gonna get at it. Yeah. That's what I reeled in last night. There's my hook. All this sweater, all this. Oh, look, there's another sinker. That's where he drug it into another line. Yeah, he tore that stuff up. So, oh well, that's part of it. Okay. This looks more promising than anything I've been on, so. O'clock. That didn't take long. I thought this looked good. Not real big, but it's a fish. Little buddy wanted it. Try not to catch a spine in the leg here. Well, he choked that thing. Good Lord. Pliers are back here inconveniently. There we go. Old channel cat will save the day. Thank you, buddy. At least it wasn't a catfishless outing. What'd that take? A minute? Oh, there's another one. I didn't come down here for channel cats. I'm here crazy. I won't turn you loose. Yeah, I didn't drive an hour from the house to catch channels. But it is definitely better than nothing. Most definitely appreciated. Okay. Grab another chunk for that rod. Well, 2 fish in 5 minutes. That's not bad. Alright, well that pretty well wraps it up. Things weren't as good as what I had hoped, but they're kind of what I thought they would be. From watching the river gauges and fishing this and taking notes over the years, I have noticed that when I get to a certain level that the blue catfish aren't here. And it turns into more gar and channels. And I caught 2 gar last night and 2 channel cats today. So the old pattern reigns true. Sad thing is that the hole up there has changed so much that I really don't know if it's going to be good when it's high anymore or not. It's all filled in with sand and silt, and the lower end is all washed out with rock, and it's just kind of, it's not that one hole anymore. It's just kind of another hole. So somewhere along the stretch of river, there's a deep hole and there's big catfish in it, and I just have to put in the time and find it. I think that pretty well wraps this video up. If you made it this far, thanks. I really do appreciate it. If you would be so kind to hit like, and if you want to see more of this stuff, hit subscribe. I plan on putting out videos as I make them. Sometimes it'll be once a month, sometimes it'll be 1 or 2 a week. Just kind of depends. So I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming along.